I think we might be live. How's it going, big noobs? Are we live? It says I'm live, but I can't see a video. YouTube, I am live. Okay. What is up, big noobs? It's time to get back to hunting. Oh, I need to drop off my PvP still. I need to still do videos for these guys, but I am being lazy right now. I'll probably try and get all of those done. Hopefully in the next couple of days. What's up, Zero? How's it going? Krilla, Camilla 2 already. Krilla, you need to stop, man. Bald British boomer bozo. Okay, never mind. It's just a bully, man. That's fine. That's fine. People usually do it for free, so if people are gonna bully me, I guess it's better that you give me money for it. I'm not gonna turn it down, right? Okay, so let's get into hunting. I got invited? No, I'm not playing that, Ufus. I'm not playing that. I didn't even realize that popped up on my screen. Please, I'm not playing. I'm not playing it. Oh, actually, we can hunt now with like any saddle in the game. We could change it up if we want to. What saddle do we want to use though? I haven't used the Himber one in such a long time. I'm gonna go Himber saddle. I'm going Himber saddle. Christmas Ikazune. Christmas Ikazune was pretty good as well, but I haven't used this one since it came out, I think. So I'm gonna go with this one for now, I think. Oh, actually, you know what I need to do? I do not have Nightbot pulled up. Let me quickly get Nightbot pulled up really fast. Well, my first encounter is a reskin. That's not too bad. Christmas Ikazune saddle is peak. I'm not gonna say it's not, but I mean, I've used that one quite a lot when it first came out. Is there a part 2 for this event? Yeah, if you go check out the Lumion Twitter or the Discord, we made an announcement today, like 3 hours ago. 2 hours ago. There's gonna be a part 2, I think, after New Year. No. Okay, I might start, is there an option? There's no way Roblox doesn't have a setting to turn that off. If there isn't, I gotta start unfriending people, I guess. There's no way Roblox doesn't have an option to turn that off. How do I turn that off? I would assume it is... I would assume notifications? No. Experience notifications? No. Privacy? Probably not. Friends and contacts? No. App permissions? No. I don't think there is. I don't think there's a setting to turn that off. I'm looking on the website. I can't see anything to turn it off. That is really, really annoying if there isn't. Like, there's no way there isn't. Yeah, I don't think there's a setting to turn it off. That is really annoying. But that is really dumb. Pretty sure he's just trying to bait reaction from Jamie. What do you mean? Also, Curl from Vanilla 2, by the way, I hate you for suggesting the name Rizzler. Well, I'm really bad with names, so there you are. That's why you don't ask me for names. I haven't played Roblox in a while. What happened to Brick Bronze? Oh, I'm just gonna... timeout or hide. I'm just gonna time out for 24 hours, I guess. And if you're an idiot tomorrow, that'll just be a permaban. Actually, you spammed it quite a lot. Yeah, I'm just gonna ban. That's a permaban. Get out of here, man. We don't like idiots, okay? Like, there's a big difference between being dumb and an idiot and then being brain dead idiots, okay? Right now, you're being the second one. Will there be a gleaming boost day? I don't know if we, do those. If we do those, I don't decide that. Lumion Legacy console support is planned. It's on our to-do list. It isn't like a very high priority right now. I think the next thing is balance changes because I freaking need them. Okay, please, please, and probably Route 9. Oh, and then obviously Part 2 for the Christmas events. Do you think it's a good idea when you buy tokens, they ask if you want them to go to your inventory or trade or just keep them for yourself? We might eventually introduce like an update. Like we might do like a trade 2.0 and like how we've done like the PvP, where we might let people trade items rather than just like having to equip them to Lumions to trade. And we might make boost tokens. We'll probably have to split them up. So like the free tokens that you get from codes or like quests or whatever you want to call them in game, they could be like a different color and those are non-tradable ones. And then the Robux ones you might be able to trade. I'm not sure though. LTS just posted on Twitter? Yeah, it was like 2 hours ago, right? Or did we do another tweet? No, we just did the one. That was like 2 hours ago. Check the trade result. It's bugged with SpongeBob Sky. What? What? What do you mean trade result? What's the Krilla Nola 2? We don't like it is. I realize that you are here, Krilla, so I defined it a little bit more, okay? Looks fine to me, man. Looks fine to me, unless like you're in a server with an exploiter. Is my team good for IE tournament? Zulong, Luminami, Gargolem, Speed, Serenite, Wintrix, Lashen, Earsol. Earsol, wait, is Vesperatu banned? Yeah, I don't see anything in the trade result. Oops, on the wrong area. I'm assuming, I don't know what's on the ban list, I'm assuming Vesperatu's bans from what I saw people talking about. Zulong's good, Luminami and Lashen, yeah. Gargolem, Speed, yeah. Serenite, Earsol. I think the biggest issue that you're gonna have is I don't think you have any way to really stop a Garbantus. Like, if you've got, like, Gargolem Speed on the field, or, like, I don't know, like, Illuminami or Lashen on the field, and the Garbantus is on the field, you can't really stop them from throwing off a big damage. Like, yeah, you can bring in Wintrix to revenge kill them, but you can't hard switch Wintrix into the battle. So, yeah. People are posting it everywhere. I've checked a couple and I can't see any reflex. Just a report in the bugs channel in Lumion Legacy, I guess, or something. I don't know. I don't deal with that type of stuff. Also, there's no spam, man. I know like we get like hundreds of messages in the chat, but I can still read a majority of them. Doesn't Luminami cover Gabantus? Yes and no. Gabantus can run poison so it can like hinder the Luminami. And also, if Luminami switches in on a battering ram, it could get the melee defense drop on you, and it could just break through you. So yes, technically. So yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna put you in timeout, Reflex. I've already like read your message, and you're still spamming. So yeah. Luminami has Tsunami, and Lushen has Ice Hammer. Lushen dies before he can even do anything. It just gets battering rammed. Luminami has to switch into it. Luminami doesn't really want to switch in on a poison. If it switches in and its like defense gets lowered because it got battering rammed, you're really, really in trouble. So like, yeah, you could have ways around it, but it isn't like they're checks. They're not counters. There's a big difference between like having a check and a counter. A counter is something like Gargolem defense, I would say, is a really, really hard counter for Garbantis. Doesn't care about poisons, takes negligible damage from Battering Ram and Body Crash, and it has Driving Force to force it out. Whereas something like Luminami is more of a check. It can stop it maybe once, maybe twice, maybe 3 times in the battle, but eventually it's going to get worn down to the point where it can't do that anymore. I don't trade Shade, so you're asking the wrong person. If Garbantis tamps on the switch, Luminami loses 1v1, well, damn. Is Very Smart's Boots Zulon goods? Yeah, you can run Very Smart Boots, you could run... Honestly, Nimble Boots probably isn't a bad shout either now. If you're gonna run Very Nimble, you probably want like more of a utility Zulong, but I don't think that's really any good anymore, to be honest. So yeah, it depends like what you're really going for. I think Boots Zulong is still strong, still super strong. You just gotta be a little bit more careful now. Because you can't just go Unga Bunga you're gonna be running Elemental Burst, Thunderstrike, and Fire Breath as your moves of choice. And then your last move, Zip Zap would be nice, but because there's so many like Earth types or Eliguanas running Lightning Rod to help stop Zip Zap being spammed, you kind of have to run Ancient Raw. And I mean, that kind of helps you to like switch out, but Zulong would rather get like the big damage. Which honestly, if you're running Zip Zap Zulong, is it worth running Awakening instead of Brute Force just so Zip Zap gets a damage increase? It might be. What's up, Samir? Just joined. Will Himber get a 110 base power ice move? I'm not sure about that. I don't think Zip Zap gets boosted by Brute Force. I don't think that's how that ability works. Am I gonna add a move that uses the weight of Illumian? Yeah, there I have it. We've got Trip Fruit, but that uses the weight of the lumen that you're attacking, not yourself. I'm assuming you mean like something like, I think Gyro Ball uses your speed compared to the opponent's speed. We have like the opposite of that with, I guess that'll just be Electro Ball then, actually thinking about it. What Lumen has that one? Whipple Drift, I think? We might... Heavy Slam? Is Heavy Slam like the one that relies on like how heavy you are? Maybe? I'm not entirely too sure what the weight move is in Pokemon. Yeah, I'm changing Tempest because it's really hard to like think of a move for Whipple Drift because the wind is mostly like for speed, but Whipple Drift speed stat isn't super good. If it gets a Soul Burst, I mean, hey, it might have an incredible speed stat, depending on what the design is. Oh yeah, if you're in the Discord or if you're not in the Discord, we just posted an art contest if you want to go take a look at that. The first place, second place, and I think it goes up to 5 winners. All of like the top 5 winners that we choose will get boost tokens as a reward. I think first place gets like 300 boost tokens or something like that. So that's like what, 800 multiplied by like 6? Like, it's a few thousand Robux, I think. How to join? If you go to my Discord, it should be linked in the description. Let me double check. Yeah, I think it's linked to the description. I don't think that link is old. So, yeah. We're going to be doing like a few more contests. So, in the Discord, we used to, like a couple of years ago, I used to host like art contests and like some giveaways. And I kind of like stopped doing it because I ran out of like rare Lumias to give away. So now that we have the boost token gifting system, I can do them now whenever. So yeah, I'm planning to do like maybe an art contest like maybe once a month, maybe once every 2 months. We have normal contests, so like if you don't want to do art or if you're not into art, you can join one of those contests. This is like for stuff like, oh, dress up your character to fit a theme. Like we did a Halloween theme, I think, for November or December, October, for like Halloween. So yeah, we're gonna do like more art contests, more normal contests for people that don't want to do art, and then we'll also just like do giveaways every now and then. Oh, we did Halloween and Christmas. That's what it was. I was like, did we do it in November or December for Halloween? I don't remember. Also, Snowgus coming in with a membership. What an absolute big noob, big nerd. How many mints do you have? Oh, peppermints? I actually do not know. Is that, something that we're holding in our bags? I've got 40 right now. I will probably start that grind, or I might just ask Tuberdem to spawn me in, like, peppermints. I'm not sure yet. You should make a quest menu to increase player engagements. What do you mean quest? You mean like a daily, like, quest system or mission system? And then, like, if you beat it, you get boost tokens? We will do something like that. I'm not sure if every prize or reward is going to be boost tokens, but we have got like a system set up for that. We did it for one of the rainbow events, and then we took it out because it was like a global hunting thing, which wasn't super good. But yeah, we've got the lucky wheel. We will eventually return to the lucky wheel. We're probably going to put like, I don't know, like maybe a soul burst or something as the question mark prize like we did in Brick Bronze. With like, well, I think the Brick Bronze one had like Latiosites, Latiasites, and Mewtwo-ites. We'll probably do like a soul burst for the question mark and maybe like get rid of like the trash rewards. Like, who cares about like the 5,000 Lumi dollars, let's be honest. But yeah, we've got the arcade. The arcade is looking pretty good now. I think the arcade is like, yeah, we could add some more things to the arcade if we want or if we have time, but I think the arcade is like pretty much done. We've got mostly like the Super, Chris Super's watch shop to finish. Got the wheel to return to, so yeah. 5k is a lot for the best prize. Are you talking about the art contests? I mean, yeah, it's a lot, but I don't really know how much I need to invest into an art contest to get people interested in competing for it. And it's like, I mean, I have a lot of excess of Robux, so it's like, yeah, sure, whatever. Can't find the art contest channel. You have to, you have to, like, verify first, I think, before you can actually see any channel. I believe. Ooh, Paragon. So yeah, but also there are rules. If you break the rules, you are most likely gonna get like banned from future contests. Like you can't use AI submissions. You can't get one of your friends to make something for you. Actually, we probably should have put that in the rules. I don't think we specifically said you can't pay an artist or have one of your artist friends make a submission for you. That's not allowed. You have to do it yourself. Can we use Blender? Yeah, you can like do like drawings wise, you can do digital, you can do like traditional, which is on paper, pen and paper. You can do like graphics designs like Photoshop. Yeah, I think it might be worth including that ref. Like, hey, you need to work on your submission yourself. You can't have someone do your submission on behalf of you or something like that. But yeah, you can also like do like models. Like if you want to go into Blender and cook something up, I would say that's pretty like graphical. I would consider like graphical. So yeah, like Photoshop is allowed. Like you want to like Photoshop some things together, or Blender if you want to like make a 3D model. I guess actually if you want to like do a 3D printing project type of thing as well, like sure. Like anything goes like for that type of stuff, except from like AI trace. Like you also know to like steal things from people and submit it as your own work. That's not allowed. And if you're caught doing that, you will be permabanned from the contests. You should make an Aura Borealis move that affects light types. I'm not sure yet about that. I feel like an Aura Borealis, or Aura Borealis type of thing might make more sense as like an ability. And it will happen like if you're in snow. So I'm trying to think. Like, I think if we get like a snow weather Lumion that can summon snow, I feel like it would be better if there's like a nuller ability that if you send it onto the field, then it does something with its ability based on the Aurora Borealis, maybe? I'm not sure though. Stuff like Storm in a Bottle from Doodlewood going to Lumion Legacy. Yeah, I'm calling those snow globes. So like you'll have a snow globe for snow, a heat globe for heat wave, stuff like that. Ooh. Get a good pity encounter, bro? When is my pity encounter? Oh, in fall? Well, I just got a Nikazuna. I'm gonna guess I'm probably not gonna get anything else now. How can we pause the boost? You can pause the boost by going over the bridge. If you're in like this part of the game, or on the trade resort, or in the Battle Coliseum, your boost will be paused. There's no way to like pause them or lower them that low. What would Soulburst and Phoenix be like? I have no idea. I can like influence what the design direction could go, but it's not completely up to me. Okay, I think this is my pity encounter. Give me a Gammadusket. Gammadusket, baby! Jimby! Well, oh yeah, that's a Gamma. I swear, if we get back to back, I swear. Okay, we're good. Well, let's do a giveaway, I guess. Okay, let me refresh really fast. Ain't no way someone already tried to enter, like, before I even did it. What the heck? Okay, if you type boosts in the chat, you should be entered for the giveaway. Once I got... Wait. Once I got a Christmas Dusket one before pay. Yeah, I think I have as well. Still, my rarest thing in this event so far is a secret ability Vary. It is what it is, but it's so freaking annoying, I swear. It is so annoying. Well, now let's go outside. I don't know, does walking to my garage count? If it does, today. If it doesn't, when was the update day? I went out for Red Bulls on like the update day. Okay, anyway, I think that's enough time. Let's roll the winner. Daimo. Okay, Daimo, I need a hi in the chat, just so I know you're here, so I don't accidentally re-roll you. And then I need your username, so I can join you. Oh, he's already here. Let go. Fastest winner by far so far. You should make a quest menu with like rewards like boost tokens, UMV batteries, and new currency quest tokens, which can be. Oh, look, so like I guess we'd have to make a new shop for that. That'll be kind of cool, but again, like it's not super high on our priority right now. Because here's the thing, like don't get me wrong, that is an awesome idea. Like, hey, that means like every day you're more inclined to log on and maybe spend some Robux on top of that as well, which is always a win. But there's nothing really in the game right now that is like keeping our player base around, unless you're a dedicated hunter or a PvP enjoyer. There isn't like really much to do. Some people like log on already to like do their daily wheel spin or their daily free UMV dive. But once they've done it, like there isn't really much to keep them invested. Yeah, GG. I think it went through, right? Nice. GG. So yeah, I think once we get like raids in the game, then I think we're talking. Then I think we're all good. Because yeah, like don't get me wrong, that is a really cool idea to like introduce more stuff like that, but I think it would probably be better if we wait until like we actually have things in the game that are worth people like dumping a lot of time into, like replayability wise. So I guess we'll see. Please don't make them like TOT raids. What do you mean TOT raids? You mean like the ones like where they pop up randomly on like different routes? What do you mean? Like honestly, if people are down for a challenge, I am down to like try and make like actual difficult raids. I think like right now raids are only what, 4 players? No, two players. Yeah, raids in Lumion are only 2 players. I would be down to try and like figure something out for, like a 4-player raid if everyone else is down. But yeah, I'm so down to like make actual boss Lumions. Like, hey, like I think the best raid we've done so far was actually the very first raid that we did, the Dregodine. I think the Dregodine was a very difficult boss for people to beat. And then on top of that, once you actually got Dregodine, because I tried to make it like such a difficult raid boss to fight against, there was an issue that, hey, once you beat it and got your own, it was also kind of freaking broken. So everybody had a raid boss on their team. Make it hard, but actually good stuff. Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna put like mints, capsules, and patches in raids, I mean, is that not good enough in itself already? I would say that alone is like pretty good. We hit peak and then went downhill. Yeah, some of the other Lumions are just harder to like try and bounce around. Like, Dregodine was made specifically for the raids. All of these other Lumions are like, hey, we've given it a soul burst, now let's try and figure out how it's gonna work for raids. So, yeah. It's a little bit harder. That's a leak now, that's already been like, revealed, like when mints and stuff are gonna be added into the game. We need rewards on discs. Discs are cool, or like people like discs, but there needs to be like something else that you want to like actually grind for. Like backgrounds for bosses could be cool, frames for bosses could be cool. But those, like the issue with Lozar Those are like, once you get them once, that's kind of it. Mints, patches, capsule abilities would also be really, really good. So like what? Discs, backgrounds, frames, mints, ability capsules, ability patches. Don't really know what else to go for that, to be honest. That's all I got right now. I'm not sure about boost tokens. That I'm not sure about. Power fruits, yeah. Showers, like if it's a corrupted boss fight you're doing, throw showers in there as well. Why not? That's kind of all I got. I don't think boost tokens should be added to something like a raid system. I think boost tokens would be better as like a daily quest type of thing. Boost tokens should only be on harder boss. Still, I think that should just be like a daily system. Like, maybe put boost tokens on the wheel and maybe a daily quest system, and maybe that's probably it. I'm not sure, to be honest. I think that would probably be good enough. Especially like if you can get them every day. Having raids will incentivize people to build Lumions, which will eventually lead to PvP. Well, I mean, just having like ability capsules and patches and mints will lead people to want to do PvP. So, I mean, yeah. I don't know. I think the raids will be cool, and obviously, like, once we get like access to those PvP items, PvP will be eating. We got dream teams coming out. Ooh, I'm down for it. I am so down. It's gonna be cool. Volcolo should have been a giant. I mean, I guess we'll see whenever it gets a remodel. Volcolo's still pretty cool, though. I have no idea what we can do, though, for a Soul Burst for Volcoloa. That is going to be pretty tough, because its normal abilities are all, like, pretty good already. Like, it has Volcanic, which is a power increasing ability. It's gonna have, Berserk, which is a nuller power boosting ability. So what do I make the ability of like a Soul Burst Volcoloa? I have no idea. Like, I think it needs to be a power increasing ability, otherwise there's not really a point to use it. But even if I do go that route, is it gonna be worth dropping your held item for just the Soul Burst stats? I don't know. Berserk Pro, it just gives you the damage increase, but none of the drawback. It doesn't lock you in. I guess I could maybe think of something. Again, I feel like for a lot of Lumions, I need to like see their design first, and I might be able to cook something up for them after seeing their design. Check DMs. Okay, ref. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So, yeah, that's fine, Wrath. I had to change Nightbot fines. I haven't looked at Nightbot fines in a long time. Commands. Fines. Okay. Does anyone know what we found so far? We have found a Gamma Jimbe. Okay. Gamma Jimbe. 2 Xmas Protogons. I guess we'll just say that, right? There's probably no reason to keep track of like the all the reskins. Okay, I updated Nightbot now. Will the status get a remodel in the future? Probably, yeah. I don't see why not. Will there ever be a new way of obtaining starters? I don't know about that. I have no idea. Outside of buying them and trading them, I don't think there really needs to be another method, but that isn't completely up to me, like, at all. Ooh, Akelos. Is it worth keeping track of Akelos? Probably not, right? Probably not. We'll just keep track of, like, the good finds. Otherwise, who cares? How to get into PvP? Right now, you have to dedicate quite a bit of time into it. I honestly, if you haven't gotten into PvP right now and you are wanting to, yes, you can build your... You can try and get into it right now if you want to, like, just learn a little bit. But honestly, I would probably say wait for Dream Teams to come out. Once Dream Teams are in the game, you can build your teams like kind of like Pokemon Showdown, and then you can learn battling, you can learn like what works together, and like how to make like a team synergy happen. I would honestly say right now to wait for Dream Teams. Because what's the point of like right now making your team, spending a lot of time making it, just to realize like, oh, this team is kind of butt cheeks. Now I gotta go either swap a Lumion out, or in some cases maybe entirely swap out my entire team. So yeah, I would say wait for Dream Teams now. Unless you want to like try and grind to Ace right now before the season is over, I guess you can try and look into it. Just like look at some videos, like see what the common teams people are building and just maybe copy it honestly for now. How's my day been? Pretty good. So far, pretty good. Played a few games of Marvel Rivals. Had, we won a few. I'm gold now. I haven't played that many games, though, in total. But, you know, it's whatever. It's like, okay, I'll play Healer again. I guess I'll play Luna Snow again. Every game. If my duelists drop less kills than me, bro, you need to uninstall. Will you like a Soul Burst Wiki with the ability Copy Mask? I don't know what ability Wiki would get, to be honest, for a Soul Burst. I have no idea. Use Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch doesn't heal. Scarlet Witch is a duelist. I can't lock in a duelist because I get like 4 duelist insta-lockers like in a lot of my games. It's like, okay, I guess I'll go Luna Snow again. And then drop more kills than my Iron Man, who instant-locks duelists. It's like... Scarlet Witch isn't bad. I think the best duelist right now is probably Hela. I keep calling her Helen because I forgot what her name was. I think it's Hela. I think Hela's really, really good, and Bucky is really good if you get used to his like grapple mechanic, because you can grapple their healer or their tank like around a corner and just bully them, like just completely separate them from their team. Scarlet Witch needs a buff. Nah, I think the character that sucks the most right now is probably Iron Man, to be honest. I think Iron Man really sucks. I have played against and with quite a lot of Iron Mans, and they seem to do freaking nothing. There's only like one that I've seen like actually do something, and they paired it up with a Doctor Strange portal with his ult. That was like the only time I think I ever saw an Iron Man actually do something, to be honest. Oh yeah, Jeff is cool. I think I've played the most Jeff I think I've only got like maybe 10 hours gameplay right now on Marvel Rivals, and like 6.5 hours are just playing Jeff. And I think like the Uller, like 4 hours are mostly dedicated to like trying to learn Uller healers. So I've tried like playing a little bit of Mantis because Mantis is insane. The issue that I have with Mantis is if your duelists don't protect you, because the duelist role is to protect your healers. So if I don't have my duelist protecting me if I'm playing Mantis, as soon as Mantis isn't full health, there's almost no way to run away from people. Like, you've got your stun or like your sleep ability, but that only works on one person. If you've got 2 people or more running at you, you're screwed. So I've been playing Luna Snow a little bit more. Once you hold W for like a second, you start like sprinting away. Wassel evolves once you know the move Undermine. You need to know the move Undermine before you can evolve. I think it's level 35 for Undermine, and then you just level up one more time. I ain't catching that, man. Okay, well, 3 Gamma. We got 1 Gamma Jimby, 1 Alpha Jimby. Awesome. Love to see that. Well, yeah, right now, the Part 2 Solbrus is gonna be Wintrix. What? Says who? Says who? Reasonable Jimby reaction. I'm gonna evolve my Gamma Wassel you found today. Damn, nice. I wonder who made the horrible Lumion Jimby. Oh, that's Blue, definitely. I think Blue made Jimby, and I think she also made Wassel. Wassel and Borealis, I think. And I think YOLO made Grimuline. You're on Alpha, or 3 Alpha Weblisks. Damn. Damn. When is Solburst Picolio? That one I'm not sure about. That I do not get to decide stuff like that, okay? I can persuade just to do some Lumias, but I don't think we'll probably ever release a Lumion and then it's Solburst like right after. So I don't think we're gonna get Solburst Picolio in this event. I'm just gonna say that. Just got your 4th Corrupt Roamer. Nice. Nice. I hate Jimby, Maul, and Kabunga. Yeah? Why? Why is that? Well, I mean, Dakuda was different, because that was like story relevant. Like, the most story Jimby's gonna get is that people just love to fire Rainbow Blast at it. Me specifically. I hate Corrupted Kratal because of ability. I'm assuming you just mean ability. Oh, do you mean like the parting gift? I'm assuming that's what you mean. Jimby villain arc, bro. Look a dude. He can't be a villain. Look at this little pipsqueak. What's he gonna do? Go on, Jimby. What are you gonna do? And he's gone. Actually, that's a lie. Jimby is a... yeah. Jimby is a villain. Never mind. I take it back. There is one moveset that is like straight up annoying as heck. I've got like a pretty similar one for the evolution, but I'll probably go over one for the prevo. I honestly thought about it for a second. I realized, yeah, never mind. Jimby can be like very villainous with its movesets. Should I give this guy a hander? Nah. I don't think... Oh, definitely not low. Actually, Korra is better that he doesn't, because the current ability that he has is actually really good. Because he's immune to sound-based moves, you can't get hit through your scapegoats. So, yeah, because most ways to get around a scapegoat is to hit him with like a raging howl or like a resonate or something. You can't do that for Jinbei because it blocks them. So you have to like use another move like what? I think there are a couple of moves that bypass scapegoat that aren't sound based, but I completely forgot. I think Skellig's move does it, like Heedless Rush or something. Piercing Drive I think does as well, yeah. Do I server hop if I don't get anything? Not really, there's no need to server hop. Best moveset for Corruptedodds, Dodge and Magma Block, they don't work like that. You're thinking you can use Dodge and then Magma Block and then go back to Dodge. They're intertwined. So if you use Dodge on the first turn and Dodge on the second turn, that second turn Dodge only has like a 50% chance, I think, to get used. Or a 50% chance to fail. That's the exact same if you use Dodge and then Magma Block. Magma Block will have a high chance to fail. Oh, Hypersting might as well. So there are, like, also multi-hitting moves as well. There are worker ways for it. Also, if the opponent's just a melee attacker, that also kind of sucks because you have no melee defense at all. The Rise of Finesse, Arapago, and Wendelin. True, true. That's also an option. I don't really have, like... I feel like I've given Scapegoat to, like, quite a lot of Lumians, but very few of them actually run it outside of Sapplant Scapegoat. Like, just think about it. What Lumians run Scapegoat? Eclipse used to run Scapegoat, or still does with, like, Peace of Mind now. Back when it used to be, like, Disperse. But that was about it. Pyrex runs Scapegoats. But that was, like, more defensively. Not, like, for, like... Eclipse is, like, the only one I can really think of that used it offensively. It set up Scapegoat so it could go for Disperses or Peace of Minds. For more damage output and whatnot. Like, offensive reasons. I feel like every other Scapegoat user is, like, defensive. Like, what? Banfino. Tyrex uses it defensively. And what's the yellow one? I guess Dragodine could use it. Not Dragodine. Dorigo. Dorigo could use it, like, offensively, but it could also use it defensively as well with Scapegoat Dodge Health Amulets. That one was really annoying. When will Part 2 come out? I believe it's going to come sometime after the new year. So, if anything, I would assume the 3rd of January or the 10th of January. I'm not sure. Why does every Lumion have Dodge? Technically not every Lumion has Dodge, but why wouldn't most of them have it? Yeah, I think that's an EV. No, Diebog does not need Scapegoat, okay? We don't need that. gonna make a design for the Aurora Borealis idea. It's gonna be like a Moriel, and his name is Morales. Okay, nice. When the new Vari Evo is gonna come out, we're probably gonna save those for later routes. We don't want to put them all in the game right now. We have half of them in the game already. We can spread out the other half for like the rest of the game now, I think. I think that's fair. Because we've still got like what? We've got Dark... I'm trying to actually think. What Varies do we not have yet? Dark Light we don't have. Earth, Mind, Metal, Electric. Is that it? That might be it. So Dark Light, Mind, Metal, Earth, Electric, Plants. That might be it. I think that might be it. I mean, like, yeah, we could probably think of ways to, like, implement some of them now, but why do it now? We can, like, hold those off for, like, another area. If you could do... Wait. If you could, what Lumion would you delete from existence? Just delete a Lumion? Probably Sedimars. It is probably the least impactful Lumion on the game. The most... Like, you can't even say Sedimars is forgettable because it is just downright the ugliest design. I don't think there really is a forgettable Lumion, because I feel like I would probably be able to name all of them. Balrock, that is, so not true. Can we evolve Vara into ice in the new routes? I'm not sure if it'll be, like, specifically on the new route. I don't know. I would assume that Tundralun and Wintrix can evolve because of snow. And in this area, obviously, you can still tell that it snows. So I would assume it would evolve during the snow weather. We just don't have that in the game yet, Lou. Like, if the next area is always snowing, then sure, I guess. I don't see why not. The only unreleased Vari Evo that I can think of to come out is Metal. I mean, yeah, but that's like Pollute Cop, and we already have like a lot of robot designs, so I feel like it doesn't really need that specifically. Give Grimuline a move to its spirit types. It's gonna get like Thistle Slash, Earthquake, Body Crash, and the Luster Loot. It isn't getting anything to hit spirit type super effective low outside of Luster Loot. That is it. How did I beat all of these Lumi, Lashents, and Rain teams? I use broken Lumions. I use Meditoads with specialization ability, specialty gloves, and then I used Imperior and Weaselin. If you're like really struggling for like Luminamis and Lashents, get a like toxic type, I guess. Toxic can beat both Lashent and Luminami. They're both weak to it. So what? I guess you could get a Halvantic. Just be careful about how weak you get, because they both can pick you off. Lashents could run Earthquake to maybe one-shot you. Luminami can just hit you super effective with water-type moves. So yeah, just gotta be careful, really. Is there any light air type Lumions? Light and air? Yeah, Nimera. One of the best Lumions in the game, actually. Cephalops is pretty good right now. Run it with a Rageful plushie just like everybody else. Because you can practically take one super effective hit from full health from almost every Lumion. You can't, obviously, from like everything, but like 95% of the game you can easily take a hit from. The only moves you got to be like really careful about are like the quad effective ones, so like Boiling Press. Cephalops is really, really scary. Specsef is fine, but I'm gonna disagree. I would say that Rageful plushie is just better. Especially because Hypnotize is like Hypnosis right now. So you can run like Hypnotize, Soul Drain, Tsunami, Frostbeam. You could run Icicle Traps on there if you wanted to. So I mean, yeah. I don't think Specialization Goggles is that great of an idea right now on Cephalops. To be honest. You kind of need your coverage. Yep, Square One is also fine. I don't remember, Lou. Does Square One lower your stats if your stats are raised? I don't remember. I think it might. Unless that's a different move. Oh, it does get rid of your own boost? Well, you gotta be careful for that. If you're running Square One, you can't really run a Rageful plushie that well, to be honest. Because then you're just wasting your item slots. Will my goat Surebot get an evolution? Probably not. Surebot is gonna be like a gimmick mon. So like Swirl is a gimmick. Arvesect is a gimmick mon. Surebot is also a gimmick mon. It is meant to be like an actual broken down machine that nobody wants. That's the gimmick. It's meant to be bad because that is how it was designed. Like Surebot's gimmick is, it is so bad nobody wants it, so therefore it is garbage. Any new items coming out soon? Not like super soon, but there's a lot of items planned to come out. Hot take, Surebot is better than Mocho. I mean, that could be fair, I guess, if you want to go down that path. Mocho does need some love as well, but I have no idea what to really give that, to be honest. I'm kind of out of ideas for Mocho, because it just doesn't really make sense to get much. Please bring back my mask as a Sorcery set. We probably won't bring back Lumions as Sorcery settables. I don't think that's gonna happen. Fire Breath, I can't see Mocho using Fire type moves, to be honest. Or Fire Breath specifically. Like, maybe I could give it Plant type moves, but it already has Deep Freeze for water. And it already has Ice for Earth. So what would Plant do for it? Exactly. Give it Explosion? I'm not sure about that one either. Any plans to add event evolution items to a shop? I'm not sure about that one. That is not for me to decide at all. Like, I'd be down for it. I don't really care, but that's not up to me. Give us a rocket helmet in part 2. Part 2 what? Of the Christmas update? No. We don't even have that sprited yet. Rocky Helmet isn't even planned right now, compared to like some other items. Probably gonna make Moralis Air Light or Ice Light. Design is cool. Okay, nice. Brain Rot Boneke? What about Boneke? I don't understand what you mean. Sherbot is just a chill guy. I mean, yeah, but I mean, it's still trash. I don't think I would really recommend using it. Ever. Carol was fixed in the test server. I don't know if it ever got published to the main game, though. I thought it was fixed this entire time. I mean, if you look at my video on everything you need to know about Picolio, I showed you what Carol did. Like, I did a side-by-side comparison on the XP earned. It works in the test server. I don't know if that ever got published to the game, though. How about this, Jimmy? You just give us the cheat to get 500 boost tokens? Yeah, the cheat is go beg T-Redem. T-Redem, please, can I have boost tokens? Why did I get the brown one? That sounds really, really bad out of context, okay? Don't clip that, okay? But... okay, it's gonna sound really bad. I was gonna say, like, the white or silver one would have been way cooler. That's not what I mean, okay? That's not what I mean. I'll take it. But I was kind of wanting the silver one. Like, the normal, like, OG-looking Protagon, I was like, heck yeah, that's the one that I really want. That's still cool, though. I mean, heck yeah, I'll take it. Honestly, I think this would look a lot better if it didn't have the freaking orange lasers. Like, the brown Protagon, heck yeah. I love the brown Icicle. But brown and orange, I don't know. I don't know if I'm a big fan of, like, the brown and orange on one design. Looks pretty good though, damn, I'll take it. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. That isn't a gamma. To be fair, guys, that is not a gamma. I'll do a giveaway still. Yeah, whenever we did like the gamma icicle giveaways, either last year or the year before, I got to give away the brown gamma icicles. And I specifically chose the brown ones because I thought it was funner. Don't know if I actually have a gamma brown icicle. I don't think I do. I don't. Well, heck yeah. Where do I even put this thing now, Lo? I don't really like have any rare PC boxes just to dump things in. I guess I'll go in with the Nemesises for now. Nice. I'm not complaining about that. That is awesome. But if I were to choose, I would have chose a different one to have, okay? I would have definitely chose a different one to have. Okay, let's do a giveaway, Len. All you gotta type in the chat is boosts, and you'll be entered for the giveaway. You need a stream to organize boxes. I'll probably just do it off camera, because it's gonna involve me like hopping servers a lot, or like changing accounts a lot. We'll do a giveaway. I'm not complaining about it, by the way. I'm just saying that if I was given the option to have a different Protagon, I would have taken that one instead. 5 giveaways for this? Bro just wants me to waste all my Robux. We'll do 3. Okay, we'll do 3. Not 5, we'll do 3. Gamma Honeycomb? I mean, hey, that'll be kind of cool. I don't have any of the Honeycomb ones, though. Unfortunately. Kick everyone from me from the entries? Let me just quickly put your name in and just, like, take you off. Yeah, I can just take specifically you off of the lists. Okay, I think that's enough time. The winner is, or the first winner is Goldfield. Okay, gold. I need to see like a hi in the chat, okay? And then I need that username. Hi, okay. I know you're here, so now I'm not gonna re-roll you. I need that username now. And then join the game, I'll follow you in. I saw him put it in the chat. Is it going to get updated here? Hold up. Okay. What happened to the other message? I saw you quite literally put in another message. Why did that one not show up here? What? Why have I gotten two corrupted room of this event? That is just very unlucky. Where did that message go? Where did that message go? Okay, got it. Okay, I'm assuming this is your username. I'm assuming. Was that Pity? I don't think it was Pity, right? I don't think it was. Yeah, I'm assuming that's your username, so if you join the game, I'll follow you in. Joining? Okay, I'm just saying, in case you didn't hear me already. Yeah, I got his username. He put it in chat and I saw it go by, but it didn't go into here, so I was like, okay. I guess I'll just wait then to see it again. Does typing boost multiple times increase the odds? No. If I actually wanted to, I could make it so if you spam boost, it actually just disqualifies you for the giveaway. That's one of the settings. You just have to say it once. You can keep saying it low if you want to, but it's not going to increase your chances of winning. Oh, they're in the game now. Nice. Can you give channel members a boost? I'm not sure about that one, Ufus. I don't think I'm allowed to. I don't think I'm allowed to. Like, you know, like the entire drama behind like illegal lotteries type of thing. I don't know if it falls under that because there needs to be like a way for people to get that second vote or more chance to make it fair. I don't know. I'm just not even gonna bother with that. I ain't trying to do any illegal lotteries, okay? No thanks. Okay, GG. Okay, next winner then is Red Moon. Okay, Red Moon, hand over that username. I'll say like hi so I know you're here as well, so I don't accidentally re-roll you. Okay, nice, they're here. I just need that username now, Red. Let's just start making reskin starters. I'm down. I wouldn't mind. And I feel like a lot of people would be like, if we do like an event with like one starter reskin, that will probably be our most like profitable event, I would assume, to be honest. Yeah, I'm joining you. Like, imagine if we did like an event with like a Dusket reskin and a starter reskin. Oh, we'd just be printing money. Like, we would just be printing easy money. The issue is, for some reason, the Lumion Legacy community are like very dead set on like, if we do something once, it's a trend now. It has to happen at every event. That's the only issue. If we did a starter event, people would be demanding it every event. GG. It went through. GG, man. Okay, and the last winner. I don't know what the best profitable event was. I don't really ask. I would assume probably one of the Christmas events, though. Okay, Last winner, Len, is Pavome. Pavome? Pavome? Pavomi? I'm really bad at pronouncing names. Pav. Yes, you won. Okay, nice, they're here. Can I get that username, Len? No, Brain Freeze is signature, Daniel. Nothing else is gonna get that move because it is gonna be very broken if I give it out. Especially for like comments like Deep Freeze. Deep Freeze should not have like big distribution. Yet, I got username, man. If you join the game, I'll follow you in. You have to make sure that you press continue as well. If I get into your server and you haven't pressed continue so your data isn't loaded, I physically can't give you the boost tokens either. You lost one subscriber? No! Please, 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 please. I know you're joking, but people actually legitimately say, wow, I can't believe you did this. I'm gonna unsubscribe. Like, bro, what does that even mean? Like, oh no, one subscriber. What will I ever do? Without FadBut69 in the chat and not being subscribed to me anymore. No. Wait up, that's fine. I just want to make sure that I don't miss it by accident. Can Nova Days get Deep Freeze back? No. I mean, you got Boiling Press, which I mean hits it neutrally at the very least, right? You just lost a sub? No. What will I ever do? You didn't buff Pro Pay, you're losing another sub. It's not my fault, okay? Orlando said I'm not allowed to buff Pro Pay anymore, okay? So if you have a problem with it, go to him. Will I reroll? Now this person gave me his username. I just gotta wait for them to join. I'm lagging? That's fine. That is fine. I can go back to hunting for a little bit. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, that is the last giveaway for now. We'll do some more later if we get any cool, rarer. I can go back to hunting. Dumb. Have. Can you type in the chat if you're also in the game? Or can you only type in the chat when you're not in the game? Because if you want to give me a heads up whenever you're in the game, I can hop to you. You only did 2? This is the 3rd one, bro. You can't troll me, Oofus. You can't troll me. That was not only 2. That was the 3rd one. That was the 3rd one. Yeah, I went down like 3,000, almost 4,000 Robux. I'm pretty sure that was the 3rd one. That was the 2nd one. I didn't say 4. What? I said 3. You guys are so greedy. Let me just double check. Purchases. Okay, let's see. We got today, we got today, we got today. Yeah. So this was the one that we did early in the stream for the Jimbe. That, yes, is only 2, because we haven't done the 3rd one yet. We gotta wait for him to get into the game first. He's in now, okay? This is the 3rd one. You guys are just trolling. You said 100? Whoa. Whoa. Just because I have enough to fund 100 doesn't mean I'm going to do 100 in one go. Absolutely not. I got you, man. GG. Okay, it went through. Nice. Let's get back to hunting, Lun. 101 gold would be insane. Well, I mean, that would just be the entire stream, is just me trying to get people's usernames. And the main issue is YouTube sometimes just doesn't like working to give usernames. Fines. Okay, well, we got a alpha. I guess we can call it Toy Protagon. Toy Protagon. I guess we'll just call it Toy Protagon. Nice. Okay, then, let's get back to hunting. Pro Toygon? I mean, yeah, that's also fine, but I'll just put Toy Protagon. Okay. Yep, we got everything set up again. Can you make Protogon real? I mean, I definitely can't. Someone more talented probably could make like an IRL version of it. That'd be cool. When are we getting a Jammy Lumion or Azalumion? I don't know about that one. Air conditioner, Sherbot one. You just want Sherbot to have Rotom forms? Okay, we've got the ice cream dispenser. Might as well have a vending machine, an air conditioner, Sherbot. What else can there be? A water fountain, Sherbots. Get a heater. What is better, ice light or air light? What? Offensive? Defensive? It depends like what you're trying to make it. Like, ice and light is good offensively. I would probably say not that great defensively. And then air light is probably better defensive than offensive, but Nimue is really good offensively. For both, probably air light, I would say. I think Nimue is really solid in both regards. The main issue is that they're both weak to dark. That's the biggest concern. If we didn't have Borealisk, we'd be cooked as 2025 is the year of the snake. I guess. I mean, we could technically do Zulong. I'm not gonna complain about it. Like, yeah, I get it. Zulong's actually a dragon, but it's pretty serpentine-like. I'll take it. I don't think anybody else is gonna complain. Oh yeah, we have got Venilon. But that's not like very serpentine-y. That's like more deer than snake, to be honest. Make a boost vending machine Sherbot variant for the next anniversary event. I'm not sure about that. You should totally give Eliphage Spirit type. I don't think it really needs it, to be honest. I think it's fine with what it has. Although at the same time, I guess Eliguana still hardwalls it. Why does Revenine have a 601 total base stat? Base stats are just kind of random. For like the normal Lumi with like 2-stage or 3-stage evolution, the final stage is gonna be generally starting at like 575 base stats up to like 625. Like Moriel, to my knowledge, has 615. Starters, Obsidragon, Tyrex, Crambos have 625. Titans have 650. Event Roamers have 675. Story, Adventure Roamers have 700s. Soul Burst Roamers and Nova Day, so like combination Soul Bursts, have 750. The Gimmick Mon, so like Solchi, Sherbot, Havisect, Swirl, those have 525. So that's why they're all stuff like that. I don't think Celesting needs Rejuvenate. Oh yeah, Gobidemic is also like a pretty gimmick mon. Well, Gobidemic's gimmick was basically just like, why not make a turkey the fastest thing in the game? But it isn't the fastest anymore. So, Gobidemic kind of lost his gimmick. I don't really want that. What I dislike about Have is its ability. That's why it's a gimmick mon. The gimmick is it has no energy. And because it has 0 energy, it needs that ability. Make Gobidemic speed base 200? Like maybe the Soul Burst one, sure. Maybe a Soul Burst Gobidemic just gets all of its like 100 base stat increase put into speed. Why not? Who's gonna stop me? Who's actually gonna stop me? Nobody. I can do whatever I want. Will there be a nature that increases health? No. Because if you're an offensive Lumion, so like Zulong or Chienta or whatnot, offensive Lumions need to run 2 stats. Generally speed, but also their attacking stat. And in some cases, like for mixed attackers, they have to like run attack, range attack, and speed. For a defensive Lumion, it would be pretty unfair if they could boost their health and 1 defense. It's just not really fair. So like, the way that we have it set up right now, if you're a defensive monster like Luminame, you have to specifically choose, do you want to be a super melee tanky Lumion or range tanky Lumion? Giving really defensive Lumions the option to run both defenses, or a defense and health, is pretty nuts. So I don't think it's super fair. Because also as well, like for like Zulong, if it wants to run very smart, it has to like to hit harder, it has to take 2 negative stats. Which here for Zulong, you're not really running your melee attack stats or whatever, but then that means you gotta lower your speed or one of your defenses, so you can't take hits very well. If a defensive mon can just go for health and melee defense or range defense, it's only gonna sacrifice 1 stat. Which, yeah, in Luminame's case, it would be speed. Luminame would run like health defense minus double speed, and then it can be a really good mixed attacker, which is really, really scary. So yeah, I think it's probably not a good idea. Please check for secret ability. I already have a secret ability, Grimiline, so I'm not really that bothered. One of my nightmares is that Jim encounters me as an Alpha Lumion and decides to kill me with Rainbow Blast. What? That's a weird dream. Will we get Aegislash and Lumion? Do you mean like the typing, Metal and Spirit? Because we already have that. That is Maraith and Marame. Oh, do you mean like a Lumion that has like a defensive form and like an offensive form. Because yeah, we could probably have something like that later on. The main issue with that is I would need to specifically like work with the designers, the artists, to make a Lumina around the idea. Or a lot of like gimmick mons. Like yeah, we've got like some gimmick mons in the game like Swirl and Havisect and I mean like the idiosyncratic ones. Those kind of fit because like their designs work well with them. I can't really like give something Aegislash's ability to something like Swirl. Swirl makes sense for like the appetite ability, but I would also need to have like 2 forms of something for an ability like Aegislash. So that one's a lot tougher. I would like need to go to the artist designers specifically and say, hey, I want a Lumion that has like 2 forms, defensive and offensive, like Aegislash, and see what they can come up with, but that's not like super necessary right now. I feel like we've gotten like enough gimmick mons in the game currently, so we might save some of those for like future routes. Can Gandavale get driving force? I don't think we really need to give out driving force anymore right now. I think there are quite a lot of annoying driving force users. Slumber, Rejuvenate, Deep Freeze, Malevolx. Malevolx could probably get something else. I'm not sure about any of those, to be honest. You finally found Christmas Perdigon? Nice. That's pretty good. Which one did you get, Josh? Get on the drawing board and start drawing. I don't draw, man. I haven't drawn since I was like a kid in like school. Like, to be a good artist, honestly, you gotta have like a certain level of autism, I feel like, which I definitely have. So as a kid, I was pretty good at drawing, but then I look at like some of the designers and artists we have on the team. It's like, yeah, Blue Fire, YOLO, pretty high levels of autism, I would say. I feel like my fans have been very good at this event. Mine weren't until today, so nice. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, I'm just saying that autistic people see the world like in a different light, and for some reason a lot of them are really cracked at doing art. Like, I have autism and ADHD, which back when I was a kid, people told me that I had ADD, which is apparently the exact same as ADHD. It was just like the old wording for it that nobody uses anymore. But I was super confused what that difference was. So yeah, I was good at drawing at one point, and then I stopped drawing because I was like, I don't really care anymore. And then now I'm really bad at it. I'm not autistic. I'm just saying that if you look at a lot of really good artists, I feel like there's a correlation between being really good at drawing and maybe having autism. Or ADHD, something like that. Yeah, and looking at some people that I've worked with, like on the team, or like commissioning for thumbnails, I mean, Blue. I'm autistic. I mean, I'm not trying to say like if you are autistic, you're really good at drawing, but I feel like also coming from someone that has autism and ADHD, like, we're very prone to like lock in for like one very specific thing and just do that for such a long time that we kind of get really, really good at it for like no reason, just because it's kind of fun. usually like a lot of times it's like something like doesn't really translate super well into like a job or whatnot. So yeah, but some people dedicate that time into like drawing or whatnot. You haven't buffed pro pay yet? Maybe eventually, we'll see. He also thinks he sucks at drawing, but does he suck? Or also, is he also really like good at something very specific? Because like people with autism and ADHD, like because we specifically like lock in on like one certain thing, whether it be like drawing or like editing or video creation or playing games or doing one specific sport, there's like something specific that they'll enjoy so much and they do it constantly and they improve really fast because they do it a lot. Also, it can like you can bounce around to different things. Like I was really good at football when I was in school, and I got like pretty good at art, and I was like, I don't really want to do art anymore. Then I got like a really good. I mean, I'm pretty good at public speaking now, I'd say, because I've done 5,000 videos on my channel. I don't know if that's like proof enough, but clearly, I put a lot of freaking time into this channel. Got called autistic for spinning in circles on Lumion Legacy. I mean, I mean, I mean. Yeah, I'm not saying it, but I mean, someone in the chat said they're not wrong. There might be something to that. Cancelled. Can I be cancelled for talking about people with autism and like ADHD if I also have it? Is that a thing? I don't know. I don't think I can. Although, I guess that maybe depends, because like if it's Twitter, I feel like they would cancel someone for practically anything if they really wanted to. If you get like one specific group of people that really dislike you, they'd probably cancel you for anything. Reddit? I honestly don't use Reddit. I don't think I've ever even like made an account on Reddit, to be honest. Reddit would cancel you for breathing too fast. Yeah, that's fair. Who used to think that expert discs were super OP? Are those the mastery discs? Those are the mastery ones, right? Yeah. They're not. They look really freaking cool. They're probably the best looking disc in the entire game, but they're really trash to capture things with. Nice. Whoever made the words autistic and artistic sound similar knew what they were doing. No, you said it, okay, not me, but... Oh yeah, I was keeping track of like alphas and gammas, but I kind of forgot to do that. Okay, what else did we get? We got an alpha Kratol. We got an alpha Festibuds? Light buds? No, that's a beverage. What's the freaking missile birds? I knew it was like something bud, I just couldn't put my finger on it. Get that a lot? Nice. No, I knew Holly Bunch was the final evolution. I was just trying to think of the pre-evolution. I mean, yeah. Exactly, Trem. Can I get a low taper fade? Brother, I have no hair to do that. I have no hair to do that. Should I use Holy Bunch instead of Secret Ability Charonics if I'm using Harv? What, in your PvP? Do you have a, Icicle Soul Bursts? Because if you're using a Holy Bunch or Charonics and Harv, I would assume you're probably running, Soul Burst Ice. Oh, you're not? Oh. I feel like Holy Bunch is probably way better inside of Bane of Haste. I don't know if it's worth running it outside of it, to be honest. I think Lumi Legacy just hates me. You had back-to-back roamers right before Pity just to get a Gamma Kratal. Damn. That is unlucky. Do I lose polish from my heads? No, I don't use polish. Because like my hair still grows. I just shave it like every like week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks if I get lazy sometimes. So I'll still like use shampoo and conditioner. Whenever I shave it off low, I have a face moisturizer, which might as well use on my head, right, as well. Because my head will get very, like, after you've just gone over it with a razor, it gets, like, really dry. So might as well use a face conditioner, or not conditioner, face... I already said the word, I already forgot it. Is my head shiny? I feel like not really in general, but with these lights hitting me at certain angles, probably, yeah. How do you have time to finish Mastery? Oh, I mean, I've been doing it since it came out, so I've always been able to keep up to date with it. Can we replace communication instead of enchanted coat for fungus curse? I kind of want communication on a couple of things for double battles, even if it's pretty, like, gimmicky or whatnot. I still want some of them, those type of moves in the game, or abilities in the game. Is there any good things about being bald? Yeah, no bedheads. Ever, because it doesn't exist. The only thing that I have to worry about when I wake up is like getting random lines on my face or on my body from just sleeping in a weird position. That's it. No crazy bedheads. None of that. Especially for recording videos, you don't know if I've showered today. Or, well, also I'm wearing a hat, but if I wasn't wearing a hat, you don't know if I've showered today. Or in the past week, honestly. Which I would not do, just to clarify. But honestly, yeah, not having bedhead is pretty nice. Can we expect story updates to early mid-2025? Not up to me. I don't work on that type of thing. You're wilding the stream? What do you mean? Whoa, I showered. Okay. Just want to clarify that. Because I sweat super freaking easily. I swear I've never seen anyone sweat more than me. Even like when in school, when I was actually like fit, not obese. Even just like walking to school, I would like always be like sweating super bad. So I need to shower, otherwise I really, really stink. Like really bad. No, someone was just asking if there's like any upsides or downsides to being bald. I mean, the upside is no bed heads. If you're constantly bald and you don't grow back your hair, you don't really need to like shampoo and condition your hair because you don't have any. So nice, you just save time in the shower. That's kind of about it. There are quite a lot of downsides though. Like if it's like a really hot sunny day, you need to wear a hat, otherwise your head just gets cooked. Your head is like yeah, sunburns are so you need to wear a hat. Not everybody looks good, but okay, there's a big difference. Having hair, awesome, looks good. Having no hair, looks good, awesome. If you're balding, like, oh, your hairline's starting to like get really, really bad and it's super noticeable, or like the top of your head is like super thin, so like the balding look does not look good. If you're starting to go like bald, honestly, it's probably just worth shaving it off. But it's kind of hard to like pull off bald. Like you can't really be bald and fat. To be honest, it doesn't look super good. So that is one big downside. Zip Zap Prawn Suit and Fade Away Shrimposta. I don't think they're gonna get pivoting moves. I know this won't happen, but you should give Grim Dino Claws. Nah, it's not gonna get ancient type moves. Nice, we got a Dusket. One, Santa Duskets. Being bald in the UK is not a good idea since you can get seen as a member of the group. I don't think that's necessarily true. Also, was that back to back? What the heck? I don't think that's necessarily true. Like, if you're hanging out with like multiple bald people, or I don't know, like if you're like heavily tattooed or something, maybe. But I don't have tattoo. I don't know about tattoos. I'm not complaining about that. Nice. In the UK, if you're bald, the only thing you have to worry about is seagull or pigeon. Yeah, true. That's true. Only in the UK, like it's like super common with like old people to be bald, or you know like the balding where like the top of their hair is gone, but they have like the side and the backs. Like if you look at a lot of like old population in the UK, a lot of men have like that exact haircut. Like side and back have hair, top does not. What is whatever. Who really cares? Is the UK nice? Not really. There's nothing really to do here. It's boring. Super boring. Like most of the time, the weather is awful. It's always raining constantly. The roads, I feel like, are trash as well. So, there's like nothing really fun to do here at all, if I can be honest. UK in one word is depressing. Yeah, unless you like, it depends like what group of people you hang around with, though, I'd say. Like, a lot of Europe, you go like on visits or like on vacation holidays to like go visit the area. There isn't really anything like that in the UK. So I don't think there's like any reason to come here for like a vacation or whatnot, unless you just plan to like sightsee. But honestly, I don't think it's really worth visiting the UK for longer than a week, to be honest. Yeah, we got Big Ben, but I mean, are you really gonna pay like however much money to come to the UK for like a 2-week vacation? Honestly, have like a week vacation and get the heck out, and then never come back. You've been to the UK? Goods. Never again. Well, I mean, it's like same as like what France with like the Eiffel Tower. Like, who really cares about a tower at the end of the day? Five days is good enough for the UK. Honestly, yeah, that's all I would really recommend. Bro, at that point, it's like, okay, especially if you come from like the US, you gotta spend an entire day traveling to get here and an entire day traveling to get back. Honestly, probably not really worth it. Not worth it at all. If you want the ultimate UK experience, okay. If you're from the US, flying somewhere to Europe, maybe have like a stop in the UK, and if you got like a couple hours until like your next plane, go explore London a little bit, and then get the heck out. Like, in and out in like an hour top. Perfect. Full English breakfast? I don't even like full English breakfast. Beans are gross. They're so gross. I hate beans. I don't like English breakfasts. Like bacon, sausages, heck yeah. Everything else, don't really care about. Like, mushrooms are alright. I'm alright with mushrooms, but like baked beans, nah. I don't care about beans at all. Crumpets are pretty good, honestly. People are definitely sleeping on crumpets. Can we visit you? Heck no. Heck no. Hash browns are good, but I feel like there isn't like a super popular thing in the UK, like a breakfast dish, unless like it's from a specific area. Biscuits and gravy aren't like UK, that's like a US thing. Hate tea, love crumpets. I don't mind tea and coffee. I usually drink coffee if I have them. Scones are great. Scones are good. I mean, fish and chips. I mean, there are good like foods in the UK, but it's like, I feel like it's very easy to replicate the UK foods, to be honest. Like an English breakfast, sure. Fish and chips, pretty easy to replicate, to be honest. I don't hate tea. I just prefer coffee instead, to be honest. Also, I don't really drink milk. So I'll have like black tea or black coffee. I'm not really too fond of milk. UK is very bland. Yeah, that's fair as well. A lot of places don't really use like a lot of seasoning in the UK. So it is very like just meat and potatoes for a lot of meals, to be honest. But if you get like a really good local place though that actually uses spices, you've got like the best area you can ever find in the UK. It's rare, but once like you get like a restaurant or something, or like a local business that opens up and they actually use spices, you're loving life. You're loving life. Yeah, fish and chips are really good, especially like you can get like fish and chips in like most towns and cities in the UK, but what you really want is like somewhere by like a seaside. Like fresh fish and chips are like S tier, like S tier food, like S plus tier food. Fish and chips from like a local area that isn't like really anywhere near like docks or whatnot, not super great. A lot of places like don't get like the chips right, like they just kind of soggy. The fish is kind of soggy after a little bit if they aren't like keeping up with it. So like you can get bad fish and chips shops, but like the ones near docks that are like super fresh are so good. Oh, I haven't had fish and chips for years. Years. Have I tried oat milk? I don't really have milk in general anymore. I just don't really like drinking my calories. I'm already fat enough. Imagine if I like drank also like full fat milk and whatnot. Heck no. Okay, another Protagon, let's go. We're getting pretty lucky with the Protagons today. Sushi? I don't think I've ever had sushi. And there's one reason for that is because I'm allergic to tuna. So, to my knowledge, a lot of sushi has tuna incorporated into it, or deals with a lot of tuna, so I can't really have any of it because it's all kind of contaminated. So, yeah, is a skill issue. Big rip. Obviously, if you have tuna, I don't know. All I know is that something happened as a kid, and I don't exactly know what happened. I was too young to remember. You've seen so many Grimulines. When's the Gamma one? That's what I'm asking for as well. But I did get a Protagon, so I can't complain too much. My next rare find, hopefully, is one of the reskins. Just would be nice. I'll also take an event roamer. I think the US has some Sainsbury's, maybe like a couple, but it's not like super. I think like the US version, like what, Walmart's, Target, I think are like the big ones. In the UK, we've got like what, Tesco's, Asda, Sainsbury, Iceland's. Probably forgetting about a couple of them. I don't go outside, so I don't remember. The US has a couple of Nando's as well, I'm pretty sure. Nando's is so good. Unfortunately, there's no like Nando's near me, which is probably a good thing, otherwise I would be ordering from there like probably every day. I don't eat a lot of like hot and spicy food very regularly, but the spicy option that you get from Nando's is pretty nice. It depends though, like some Nando's spiciest options are actually spicy. Some are just kind of like, I guess it's a little bit of a kick. It really depends on like what Nando's you go to, I feel like. What the heck is a Nando's? It's like so KFC is like a fast food restaurant. Nando's is like an actual chicken restaurant, if I had to. Like, it is technically fast food, but it's not like KFC, McDonald's, like fast food. It's more like a fast food restaurant type of chain, if you know what I mean. Like, there's a big difference, right? Yeah, posh fast food. But, kind of like Zaxby's? I don't know what that is, so maybe, yeah. Yeah, it's like in between, like, it's not like a restaurant or like a fast foods. It's kind of like in the middle. It's like, it's fast food, but it's also, it's like higher quality food, higher tier than fast food. But I don't know if I'll put it on the same tier as like an actual restaurant. Portion sizes at Nando's are a joke. Again, I think that might be like a, that might not be like Nando's as a whole. It might be like dependent on what Nando's you go to. But then again, I haven't really been for a long time, so they might have reduced their sizes, to be honest. I used to get the wraps generally. The wraps and a side of chips. Yes, please. I don't mind KFC. I feel like KFC in the UK, again, it's all dependent on what your local one is. Also, we're getting pretty garbage luck now with the alphas. I feel like KFC in the UK is probably better than the US. With like how much trash I've heard people talk about, that is really unfortunate. With like how much trash I've heard people talk about like the US KFC, I feel like the UK KFC is probably better. The issue is though, it's very like dependent on what type of KFC is. Some areas near me are pretty good, like they're passable, but it's like, It also like depends like who's working, I guess, and cooking that day. Like summer's just like a greasy slop, basically, is like all I can describe it as. But summer's like, oh. I'm more like the wing guy low. Like, if I'm gonna go KFC, I'm generally going for, like, the hot wings, and that's kind of about it. Domino's as well. I do like Domino's. Like, my go-to fast food right now is Domino's or Greg's, because Greg also delivers now. And honestly, if you're trying to get, like, your money's worth, a Greg's pizza is not bad. A Greg's pizza, it's not, like, as top high tier as Domino's, but for the price, ooh, it's not bad. It's definitely bready, so if you don't like, it's kind of like a, like Skull Cafeteria type of pizza, to be honest. If you don't care about that, it's probably not for you, but if you don't really mind, it's not bad for the price. I don't think we have a Marcos. I don't think we have one of those around here. The Greg sausage roll. Yeah, Greg sausage roll. It depends though. I like sausage rolls if they're nice and hot and like they're flaky. I'm not a big fan of sausage rolls if they're like cold. Like you can get them in like packs of 4 cold. I'm also not a big fan of like doing like the frozen ones or like where you heat them up yourself. I have to like get it from Greg's hot. Yeah, honestly, I think the most British food, like if you think about like US food, you think of probably what, like hamburgers, probably. If you think about British food, I feel like a lot of it is like, oh, beans on toast, ooh, fish and chips, which yeah, fish and chips are good. Honestly, I think the most iconic food in Britain is sausage roll. To be fair, I think that probably is like the best food you can recommend to someone visiting the UK. Because you can't go wrong with it. How do sausage flaky? It was like a sausage filling in like a pastry. It's not really sausage in the middle, like you can get some places that do like a sausage in the middle. It's like I think sausage rolls generally like put like the scrap that most butchers like take away and like intend to throw away after like butchering something. I think, maybe, I'm not sure. That's what I was told, but I might be lying. Yeah, we have hamburgers in the UK, but like if you think about like the US, I feel like the food that you imagine people eating is like hamburgers, right? Like if you think about French, what's the #1 food you think of? Croissants. Oh yeah, grilled cheese, or cheese toasty as we call them in the UK. Ooh. Especially if you get a little bit of bacon in there as well. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, baguettes, croissants. What is the best British thing? Food-wise? Probably go to like an actual good fish and chip shop. And probably sausage roll, honestly. Think of baguettes. I usually go to croissants, I'm not sure why. Oh my gosh. I'm getting insanely lucky right now. Best British thing is healthcare? Yes and no. Healthcare in the UK is free for the most part, but you're left waiting weeks. Like if you want like a checkup, a doctor's checkup in the UK, you might have to wait a month, maybe longer. The UK healthcare system is very, very slow. Like super slow. I keep thinking the yellow Christmas Prodigon is alpha. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Better than paying $10,000 for a scratch on your arm. Okay, that's fair as well. That's fair as well. Isn't like I might be wrong about this, but like, isn't the US like healthcare system like basically like, hey, we're gonna charge you like $10,000 for a scratch on your arm, but the reason for that is like for taxes, so like the insurance company can like pay for it, they can write it off on their taxes, and then like the hospital can write it off on their taxes. Is that why it's so high? Either way, all of it is so confusing. I think the absolutely like most baffling part is like what do you have to take if you have, is it insulin injections you have to take if you're diabetic? Like stuff like that is dumb expensive for like no reason other than greed. Hey. Not really for taxes, just for profits, then yeah, that makes sense as well. And is insulin? Yeah, that is just like evil scumbaggery. Like that is gross. Am I bald? I am hella bald. Even calling the ambulance cost money? Yeah, glad that isn't a thing over here, because we've had to like call ambulances to like take me in from whenever I've collapsed from my epilepsy. Gladly, haven't had a episode in like 2 or 3 years now, but I'm on heavy medication now. What medication am I on? I am on lamotrigine, and I have to take this now for the rest of my life. Let's go. Wait, I've been on like a few different medications to like try and see which one's the best one for me. This seems to be the best one, but I'm on, from what my doctor told me, one of like the highest dosages that he's really seen. So nice. I've had to like go around a couple of different medication, because like the first medication made me tired all the time. Like I would work 12-hour night shifts because I worked in the care home, and once I got home I would like sleep for sometimes on this medication I'll like sleep for like 9 hours, but then after I wake up I'm like really tired, and I could honestly go back to sleep for like another 12 hours. I was always tired no matter how much I slept, no matter like how much caffeine I took. It was really tough to stay awake. But yeah, I probably developed epilepsy a little because of how much I worked and how little I slept. Because I did 12-hour night shifts at the care home, so I would have to like wake up about like 6 p.m. to get to work for 7 p.m. I would finish work at 7 a.m. I would generally get home at like maybe 8 a.m. Because sometimes people would be like late, like rig me off or take me off shift. Then once I got home, I would record videos and maybe do like a 2-hour stream. So a lot of times I was like going to sleep around like 1 p.m. And then if I was working the next night, I would only get like 5 hours of sleep. So like most nights I'd get like 5 hours of sleep, and I did that for like 2 years. It was really, really bad. I would not recommend it at all. You found a corrupted virus? Lol. Sucks to suck. So yeah, that's probably why I got epilepsy, because I just never slept. When I started balding, probably the same time I got, well, okay. I'm not balding. Like, I have a pretty bad hairline, like I have a widow's peak and a pretty bad widow's peak, but I've always had that. I just started, like, going grey quite a lot while I was working, and at the same time I got epilepsy, my hair started going, a lot of it started going grey. So I was just like, I don't really care about my hair that much. I'm just gonna try going bald, and yeah, I don't really care about it that much. So yeah, it's not that I'm balding, because I've shaved my head quite a lot now. I've probably like definitely ruined a lot of like hair fibers. So I probably have like really, really bad widow's peak now, an even worse one. So I'm probably balding now because of how much I shave my heads. How long have I been bald for now? Like 2 years, maybe? Almost? I think like 2 years now, I think. Yeah, I have a lot of gray hairs. I'm not sure if the camera will pick it up, but I think it was like pretty obvious if like the light hits it in a specific way and it like reflects off of it. But yeah, I started going bald, like not bald. I started going gray like when I turned 20. It was pretty rough. I'm just always stressing about something, so I mean, It makes sense. Nah, I don't care about, like... Oh, there was nothing wrong with my hair. Like, I wasn't balding. I was just going grey. I was like, I don't really care about my hair that much. I'll just try going bald so I don't have to, like, worry about it as much. I got a lot of white hairs with genetics. Yeah, that could be, like, genetics for me, but probably the stress as well. Probably mostly stress. Probably. I want your personal opinion. Very brawny boots, Boralisk, or very nimble gloves. I think both are fine. It mostly depends on like what you're fighting against or like what's meta. I think very nimble gloves is technically better because you get to hit a lot harder. But it also depends on like what people are using. If people are using like a lot of Ikazunes, I think the boots one might be better. It mostly depends like what you're fighting a lot of, I think. Actually, I don't remember how long ago the last giveaway was. I guess we'll do a giveaway now, why not? We got like 2 minutes. Let's do one more encounter. Yeah, don't think I've done a giveaway for a little while because we just kept getting nothing but alphas. We'll do another one, I guess. So if you want to enter, all you gotta do is type boosts in the chats. I was planning to use gloves and boots. I mean, yeah, you could try both. Apparently people have been saying that boots Astaros isn't terrible. It's probably not bad. I feel like gloves is probably better on Astaros though, but you can like trade them around, see how it goes. Yeah, Tampa is getting taken off a few things after, in like the next balance patch after the one that we're trying to get finished. Oh, Goldfield, because you already won, you can't enter again. It's just so all the people have a chance of winning. But it's good to know that this keeps track of it for me. Gloves, Arceros, Breaks, Lumishant. You actually don't even need that low, Doctor. If you look at my Medito team, like if you look at my team where I got like to Ace and I showed you off my team, I just use Bulk Up Astaros, and I still beat Luminami and Lashenkars pretty consistently. So you don't really need gloves, you could just run Bulk Up. And the Bulk Up defense boost honestly kind of helps as well in a lot of situations. Anyway, I think that is enough time. The first winner... we'll do like 2 winners right now. We'll do like 2 winners. First winner is Fernie. Okay, Fern, hand over the username. Maybe put a hi in the chat as well, just so I don't skip you by accident. Just so I know that you're here. Nautilex will get a buff at some point as well. Nice, they are here. Okay, if you join the game, I'll follow you in. They're already in. Nice. Here's an idea. Make Yeti's Wrath lower stats instead of getting you stuck. I don't know. I kind of like the fact that Yeti's Wrath is like locks you into a move. Ember's pretty good already. I don't know if it really deserves having like a close combat Earth type move, to be honest. Probably not necessary. There you are. Get your money up, not your funny up. Well, good job, I'm good at both. Right? Right, guys? Right? Okay. And now for the second winner. I'll give it like another minute so people can enter if they haven't already. You can switch out into air types. I mean, yeah, obviously, but I mean, Ember's also power ice, so it can hit them super effective still. Get him off the stage. What the heck, man? Sure, you can send me a DM, Kriller, I guess, with the arts. It depends on, like, how many DMs I have low. Yeah, I think that's enough time. I haven't seen this number grow up, so I'm assuming everybody's in that wants to join. So, the last winner for now is... Joa? Joa? I don't know how to pronounce that. How do you pronounce that specific A with a little pointy hat on top? How do you pronounce that one? Joa. Joa? Hi. Okay, can I get your username so I can follow you into the game? It went already? I think that was from a different day low. Like, if it's a different day, I think that's fine. In one stream, I'll rather do someone else. Aha, Skelly John. It is a person that I do remember this username. I do remember. He won. I don't know if it wasn't yesterday because I don't think I streamed yesterday. I think it was the last stream low. I don't mind if people win like in multiple streams, but not in the same stream. That's not really fair, right? Okay, and there you go. GG. Okay, let's get back to Hunting Land for a little bit. Will Ventation get more love like Rejuvenate? I don't think Ventation really needs it. Not every bulky Lumion needs good healing. I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think Ragoon needs Fade Away. If Ragoon can steal an ability and pivot, or steal an item and pivot, that's pretty broken, to be honest. Because you've got, what? You've got priority like Quick Pounce, you have, I think I gave Ragoon Preemptive Strike as well, and then Fade Away, like, not a big fan of that, not gonna lie. I like Dakuda. I think the Soul Burst has definitely like fallen off a little bit because a lot of people are using Lashent. Lashent kind of gets hard walled by it. But normal Dakuda's, I would say, pretty good and pretty scary. Okay, I'll check that out later, Linkrilla. I don't think Dakuda should have Jolts. That is just the exact same situation as Quick Punch Mutagon or Lightspeed Ray Char Onyx. It does not need to have priority. Something with that high range attack stat or melee attack stat with a boosting move like Brawn Boost Magnify should not get priority. Especially like Stab. Like Quick Pounce, okay. Stab priority? No. No. Definitely not. Like, Dakuda could get like an Aqua Jet type of move, and I feel like that would probably be alright. Because the normal ability Dakudas, like regular Dakuda, Brute Force doesn't boost that, and then for Soul Burst Dakuda, your attack gets lowered significantly, so... or it stays roughly around the same. So I think that's probably fine. We don't have an Aqua Jet type of move low in the game yet. Light Dash of Brawn Boost Chenta exists. Yeah, but there's a big difference. Chenta has, like, no defenses. Like, the issue with, like, Mutagon is so tanky, it can brush off pretty consistently, like, super effective moves. Like, if it's melee attack, even like a Phantom Slash from a lot of Lumions can't one-shot Mutagon in some situations. It's like Mutagon easily coming in on like a revenge kill. Like Quick Punch was like mostly like, okay, the idea is, yeah, you can bring Mutagon in to revenge kill something with Quick Punch. but then also it could Brawn boost and just pick off everything. Because Mutagun speeds tier, it can outspeed the majority of like tankier Lumions, and after a Brawn boost it nukes them. And if they're faster like Zulong, Chienza, they don't really have like the defensive consistency to like actually take a quick punch. So yeah, that was a reason why like quick punch is kind of broken like that. There's a what in the sky? So there's a giant SpongeBob in the sky. I don't see one, man. I don't see one. Oh, in your server? Oh. Can you figure out who it is? It's like a new Roblox glitch. I'm not surprised. I'm pretty sure that used to happen all the time, and then we fixed it, and then Roblox has probably either broken it or there's now like a new method around it. I'm assuming it's like a player's avatar that they've just like scaled upwards. I think that's what it used to be. Rate this pure skill of a team. Solbus, Krakaloa, Gloves Aceros, Boots Borealis, Luminami, Lashent, Gargolem, Defense, and Phage Knot. So, Semi-Stall? That's kind of what you just put in the chat. That's Semi-Stall. Krakaloa rejuvenates, Luminami rejuvenates, or secret ability, Lashent rejuvenates. Phage Knot has you just put in Semi-Stall. That's what you just put in the chat. Honestly, I'm surprised you're running Boots Borealis and not the secret ability one. It was pure skill? Yeah, pure skill of absolute boredom, you mean? Have I watched Squid Games 1? I haven't watched Squid Games Season 1, never mind Season 2. Well, the thing is, I know everything that happened in Squid Game Season 1 because of how many freaking YouTube shorts existed, like just taking clips from the show. Like, I legitimately know everything about Season 1 of Squid Games because of YouTube shorts. So I feel like I've already watched all of it. Season 2, I don't know if I'll watch it or not. I might not. I like watch YouTube show like sometimes like, oh, I need to like wait 5 minutes for like a YouTube render to finish. I've already done like all my Pokemon TCG like pack openings or event PvP battles. I might as well scroll on YouTube shorts, I guess, for like 5 minutes. What do you think would be a good idea for a story mode thingy, Soul Bursts? Rotogon? Starters? I feel like that's kind of the obvious route, right? What immersive arts do I have? Immersive arts are the one that you can like go inside of, right? Like the full arts that have like a animation for them. Now here's the thing, I don't know which one are immersive. Let me have a look. How do you tell? Can I like click on them? Does it say anywhere in the details like what type of card it is? I don't know how to tell. How do you tell? They're all 3-star cards? Oh, so that's a 2. So the Gengar EX, like a rainbow full art, is not the one that we're talking about. Okay, so for immersive arts then, I'm assuming they're all at like the bottom of like the sets, right? It looks like for the first set that they did, I've got the Charizard EX immersive. I've got that one, but I don't use that one. And then for Mythical Island, I have Marshadow Isn't. It looks like for the new one, I have the Celebi. I have 3 of the Celebis. Celebi is so freaking broken. PvP, it's just so not fun. It's just the most absolute gamble-ridden strategy you can use. But it's so freaking good. You can report them, Ufus. I don't deal with that type of stuff. So yeah, it looks like the only immersive cards I have are the Charizard and Celebi ones right now. That's not too bad, right? I haven't spent any money on the game. I ain't doing that. If I'm gonna spend money on Pokemon cards, I'm getting the real versions. But yeah, so far, let me check. I am, how do I actually check this? How close am I to finishing both of these sets? For Genetic Apex, I have done 215 out of 226. And then for the new one, Mythical Island, I have done 63 out of 68. So I'm pretty close to doing both of them now. What do you think would be a good idea? Story mode? I already answered you, bro. I said like probably Protagon or starters, I would guess, for a Soul Burst story. Whatever. I already answered you, bro. What level? I have to open up the game again. I am level, I want to say 23. I am level 27. I've participated in all of the events and like done all the PvP events as well. I'm only really running 2 decks right now. I'm running the Celebi right now because I wanted to use something else. But when the game first came out and everybody was spamming like the Mewtwo decks, you know exactly what I mean, right? The Gardevoir and Mewtwo decks, so gross. I made a counter deck just for low specifically. I am running an Alakazam deck. It doesn't feature any EXs. Oh, that's kind of cool. So the only like Pokemon I'm using are I'm only using Clefairy, Clefable as like my fodder. Like Clefable is so good because it has 100 health and it only has one attack that does 40 damage, but that attack only requires 1 energy. So I can, every turn after that, I can just dump into my Abra, Kadabra, and Alakazam to get them ready to attack the Mewtwo's. So that's what I'm running right now. Let me go to the deck specifically. So yeah, I'm running 2 Clefairies, 2 Clefables, 2 Abras, 2 Kadabras, 2 Alakazams, and then just like what? 2 potions, 2 X-Speeds, 2 Pokeballs, 2 Professor's Research, and then I'm not sure like which one I prefer. I've got 1 Giovanni and 1 Sabrina card just to see which one I like more. Well, yeah, because the main issue is if I can get like if I have like a Kadabra and an Alakazam in my hand, I need to make sure I get an Abra. And if I don't get the Pokeball trainer cards, might as well have like 2 Abras, right, to try and roll for. So yeah. Lilligant as a fodder is good. Yeah, but I think that requires a grass energy, right? Clefable is a psychic type, so it only requires 1 psychic energy, I think. It works pretty good though. But yeah, Alakazam is super good because once it's ready for its attack, it does 60 damage, and then it does an extra 30 for every energy that the opponent has. So if the Mewtwo has like 3 energy on it, I will do 150 to it. It's really good. I think there's actually a new card in the game now. I think it's Jinx, which basically just has like a weaker version of it. I think Jinx requires 2 energy, and I think it does like 50 damage, and then 20 for every energy that they have. That one's probably pretty good as well, but the Alakazam is pretty nice. What happened to Moriel? What about it? No, Clefable was normal, but in Gen 6 they made it fairy type whenever they introduced fairy. Although in TCG they don't have like a they used to have a fairy type apparently at one point, and then they got rid of it. So yeah, but in like the Pokemon TCG, if it's like a fairy psychic, they make it psychic type, the pink type in TCG. But yeah, I've had a lot of success slow with the Celebi deck and the Alakazam deck I made. They're both pretty good. Those are like the only two decks I run right now, Lo. I don't have like enough of the other cards to like make an entire deck out of them. Yeah, there was at one point, Dylan, and then I think they got rid of it. I'm not a big fan of like the pity. Oh, I'm not a big fan of like the actual TCG game, but like the Pocket Edition is alright. It's pretty fast paced. Because your decks only have 20 cards in it, and you don't need to worry about energy cards. Which honestly is like the biggest downside for me for like the actual TCG game. I don't really care about like trying to manage energy. But in the Pocket Edition, you get like an energy pool, and every turn you get one energy that you can attach to anything on the playing field. It's pretty nice. Honestly, they've dumbed it down to the point where I can enjoy it. It's like Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, yes, has a lot of complex things like ritual summons or there's like fusion summons. But like the base gameplay, the base raw gameplay of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is pretty easy to understand. Your attack stat is higher than their defense, good. And there's like no energy system in Yu-Gi-Oh! As well. So like whenever we had Pokemon cards as a kid, we wouldn't use like the official Pokemon TCG rules. We would use the Yu-Gi-Oh! Rules with the Pokemon cards because they're just so much easier to understand. I mean, yeah, that could be fair as well. Like, the TCG is a very dumbed down version of the main game, but I'm fine with that. Some of the balancing though seems a little bit weird. Like the Celebi is straight up broken because you run Celebi right now. The Celebi card has 130 health. It has an attack. You need 2 energy to use the attack, and for every energy that you use, you get to flip a coin. If that coin comes up heads, it does 50 damage. So if you have like 5 energies on your Celebi, you can potentially do 250 damage. It's just coin flips. But then you pair it up with another Pokemon card, Superior. Superior has an ability for every grass type on your side of the field, their energies that they have attached to them counts as 2. So if you have 5 energy onto your Celebi card, well, now you do 10 coin flips. So yeah, I think the highest damage I've done so far with my Celebi deck is 350 in one attack. It's pretty freaking dumb. It is so dumb. Yeah, Superior definitely is a problem. But I mean, yeah. The fact that Celebi, like, I feel like the Celebi probably should require free energy at the very least. I feel like it's a combination. I feel like the Celebi cards should like require free energy before it can attack. And then for the Superior, I don't really know what you can do with that. Because I feel like it would be weird if you make the energy count as like 1.5 instead of 2. So, I don't know. Hey, I appreciate it, Fletcher. What's my blood type? I have no idea. Any quick false on my PvP team? Ikazune boots, yeah, pretty obvious to go with. Lushen, very good. Deladrix, I'm assuming Rain, but looking at your team, there's like no Rain abuser, so weird choice. Dorigo, that's fine, yeah. I'm assuming Dorigo probably has Clutch Plusher. Solbrus, Metronet, Gargolem, Defense, Chanta. Yeah, overall your team looks fine. Like, you've got Deladrix just... I mean, you've got Lashent like switch in and Gargolem defense to switch in as your tanky Lumions. It looks like a lot more offensive than you probably need it to be. I would probably recommend maybe dropping the Deladrix. I don't think the Deladrix is really helping your team that much. Like, the Deladrix and Lashents kind of are nice together, but it doesn't really do much for you. Oh. What about my boosts? They're on. So yeah, your team looks fine though. Like, the Ikazune is pretty good. I feel like you have like maybe a little bit too many like revenge killers. Like, I would say like the boost Ikazune, yes, it does a lot of damage, but you also use it as like a revenge killer. The Dorigo is like a revenge killer that you kind of generally bring in. Metronet is good, but when you Soul Burst, that's another revenge killer. Chienta's also a revenge... Like, you have a lot of revenge killers. Maybe switch out Deladrix for, like, maybe a slower, bulky, hard-hitting Lumion. Like... I don't know, like Joltooth, maybe? You don't really need Joltooth on your team. But yeah. Maybe try looking into something that's like actually bulky that can output a lot of damage. Like a wall breaker type of thing. Like Colossal Chops could work maybe, but you already have Lashent, so or if Dorigo as well, so you'd like doubling up on the typing there. What's another good wall breaker? Dorigo is good anti-Vesp Lumion. It resists Spirit and Dark and is ancient. Yeah, but not really, because you can't switch Dorigo onto the field. Dorigo is good at revenge killing Vesperatu. Dorigo probably gets 2-shotted by Vesperatu, or 3-shotted. And Dorigo can't heal, so you're kind of just throwing away your Dorigo just for Vesperatu. If you want like an anti-Vesperatu, get it Eclipse. That's probably all you need, I guess. So, I don't know. I mean, yeah, Spirit, maybe. But I mean, it's not... You shouldn't really be switching your Dorigo into the battle. Dorigo is a hard revenge killer Lumion, not a switch-in. Because a lot of Dorigos are running Clutch Plusher. You don't really want to give up your item to a Dorigo. You don't want to give up your Dorigo's item for like a slap down on Vesperatu. It's just not worth it. Dorigo is like always going to be the best if you run it with Clutch Plusher and Draco Beam. You just click Draco Beam. If you don't kill the opponents, you should always live one, and then you go for it again. Oh, nice, Zine. Nice. Stop talking about Dorigo. You mean Dorigo? What the heck, man? Do you remember me? I'm not good at remembering people, man. That's... You're asking a little bit too much. Remember you from what exactly? Nice. We got another Prodigon. That is wild. We're getting so many of these. Yeah, Dargo's cool. I said Armente or Lucky? For what? When? Add patches and capsules. Eventually we will. They're coming in a later future. We'll probably get more rewards added on to rank for Season 1. Maybe. We'll see. When you did the cake stream? I don't remember, man. I don't remember. The cake stream, I'm assuming, like, Halloween event. That was like 2 months ago now, man. I don't remember. My memory is not good. How do you team build in PvP? I feel like I'm just throwing strong Lumians in together with no strategy. For me, I'm not very good at team building myself because I don't really, like, build teams to be good. For most of, like, my PvP videos, I'm, like, trying to showcase something off. So my idea is, like, okay, I want to bring, like, maybe 1 or 2 Lumians that I want to use, and then I'll develop the rest of the team specifically around them to help them. So, for example, Meditoad. When I use my Meditoad, let me pull up the video just so I have the screenshot. This is our testing season, which is why we're here. If I go into the... So this is the team that I used for my Meditoad. This is the team that I used to get to Ace. The idea was I wanted to use Meditoad. I love Meditoad, one of my favorite Lumians, love it in PvP. So I'm like, okay, what does Meditoad struggle with offensively? Every dark type, Lashent, not a big fan of. Okay, I'm gonna bring something that can help with the dark types, which is Astaros. It's got pretty good melee defense, so it can actually take quite a few hits from Vesperatu if I need it to. I can take a few hits from Lashent if I switch it into it directly. Nice. So this is good for all the dark typings that Meditoad can't really deal with. And Astaros with bulk up can break through Luminami and Lashent calls, which are very common. Other than that, the idea was, okay, I want to try and get Meditoad onto the field as much as physically possible. So the idea is, okay, I'm going to bring 3 tanky Lumians, and they all have one thing in common. Yursnak has Baffle, Eliguana has Flash and Flee and Zip Zap, and Cosmere has Dissipate. The idea is, okay, if they have a Lumian that maybe Meditoad or Astaros doesn't like, I go into one of my tanky Lumians, and the entire goal is, I'm clicking pivot to get Meditoad back onto the field in a better situation. But they all have like a little bit of utility as well. Eliguana has Rejuvenate so it can stay around longer. It's got Mudslide to get rid of entry hazards. Yursnak has Quick Punch to pick things off that are one-shot. It has Slapdown to remove items. Cosmere has Icicle Traps for my own entry hazards. And then also the 2 Broken Lumians that I brought. Imperior with specialty boots. And it's very nimble, can outspeed practically everything in the game that I need to worry about. This is great. My team is very weak to Deladrix and Rain teams. If I see a Deladrix, I just switch to my Imperior. The Deladrix would kill my Imperior, and they would go down as well. So I basically will just trade Imperior for the Deladrix. They lost their Rain setter. Perfect. And then Weaseling was like really good for like really threatening Lumians. Like, I don't know. Vesperatu was pretty threatening, but like stuff like Chienza was pretty annoying to deal with. So Weaseling was like, okay, if I have a Lumian that I really don't want to fight against that is also really fast, might as well make them hella slow. Or, this is also pretty good for like the Bane of his teams. If my Imperial is already dead, and I can't sacrifice it on the Holly Bunch, I can make it always go last with Weaseling at the very least, even in Bane of Haste. So yeah. So the entire point of this team was to do what Meditoad is to like make Meditoad perform as best as it can. And it works. It works. If I go to my stats really fast to show you. Might as well. I said I'm Menti or looking, I said I'm Menti is a good kisser. Oh. I mean, am I lying though? So yeah, these are my stats right now. I brought Meditoad to so many battles. So, I think the stats kind of speak for themselves. I brought Meditoad to 80 battles, and in 80 battles, I have 100 KOs with it. So that means every time I brought Meditoad to the battle, I got like, what, 1.2 kills? Like, Meditoad was guaranteed to get a kill, maybe 2 kills every single battle. And then it obviously has like the most damage I have. Yes, Meditoad is broken with spec ability and spec items, but bruh, it's so good. But the reason why Meditoad has so many of these stats is because I made a team to specifically work with it. If I just like randomly threw together a team, Meditoad wouldn't be that high on my stats. Yeah, Meditoad is great. So yeah, honestly, if you're a newer player, I would say pick a Lumion or two that you want to use in PvP and try make a team to resolve around it. So for my Meditoad, it's weak to what? Like I said, offensively, I can't hit Dark type, so I brought Astros to help with that. Defensively, Meditoad is weak to Dark, which I have Ursnack for. It's weak to Spirit, which I have Eliguana for. We're weak to Earth, which Ursnack is really good at. Ursnack can like wall like all of the Earth types for the most part in the game. So yeah, it's mostly just doing that, like, oh, Meditoad is weak to this, let me bring something to help switch into it. Yep, you can definitely run Soul Burst Icicle with Bane of Fist. That probably will make Meditoad even better, but I didn't want to run Bane of Fist because I specifically wanted to run Astaros, and Astaros is not good in Bane of Fist. So that's the majority, like, why I didn't do that. And because the opponent, I battled a lot of opponents that were using their own Bane of Fist, I didn't really need to set up my own because the opponent set it up for me so much. So it's like, sure, I'll take it. I ain't complaining, I guess. Yep. So like the Weasel one was good for like Banoke. If I didn't bring Ursnack to the battle, I could always like just get rid of the Banoke with Weaselins, just give it heavy shackles. But yep, Ursnack is really good for Banoke. What do you think of the idea for my team so far, and how can I improve it? Surebot, a good range attacker. Surebot can maybe live a hit. Surebot, revenge killer. I still need 4 more Lumions. Any idea? Have you thought about Surebot, like maybe a revenge killing like speedy option? Honestly, maybe. I'd say try a speedy option, man. I would recommend a Surebot bulky hazard setter. Yeah, there we are. That's a pretty good one. The main issue is you can't bring that to a rank PvP because you can't bring duplicate Lumions. Biggest mistake was giving nearly every wall pivot. I don't think all of them have it. Like Gargolem defense is very common, but it doesn't have pivots. Bar Blast is pretty common. It doesn't have pivots. That's why like some Lumions are losing a lot of pivot moves, like Lashent is losing Fade Away. You've never been able to bring duplicate Lumions for ranked PvP. Ranked follows the competitive rules, and if you're doing like a competitive battle, you also can't bring duplicate Lumions. You have to do casual battles. Nerf tank. Forte only broke after 1 move, but switching out and back in with refresh. That's why whenever I give things tank, they don't get healing. So if you think about all of the tank users, Mew are gone. Ursnack are the most common two, but you also have Dialog, which isn't super common. None of them have recovery. None of them can heal. which I think is fine. Also, your snack kinda needs it, to be honest. Otherwise, your snack would be pretty meh. But at the same time, I know that is a bit of annoying, like a bit of an annoyance. Tank is getting a nerf flow. If there are entry hazards on your side, like icicle traps or barbs, and you switch into the battle on them and you take damage, they will now pop tank in an update coming hopefully soon. That is one of the nerfs. So yeah, if you don't want to deal with tank, you better get some entry hazards and try to keep them up. Also, Pastor Ross, unfortunately, I don't really need you right now. Unless you're Gamma. I mean, yeah, people should be using hazards. Hazards are very strong. I mean, there's a reason why I have almost Eliguana on every single team that I make. Eliguana is like my personal favorite entry hazard removal. Mudslide to remove them, rejuvenate to heal, and double pivots. So yeah. Although I used to run Thunderstrike on my Eliguana, mostly for like Stratosaur, but because Lashen is everywhere, I kinda needed Zip Zap instead. Do I think Charonyx is broken? Yes. Fog is very broken right now. Super broken. Fog is getting nerfed. Charonyx is probably going to lose a couple of things as well. But yeah, Charonyx is pretty dumb. What move on Eliguana can remove entry hazards? Mudslide. There's Landslide. There's Earthquake. Landslide, which is a range attack version of Earthquake. And then there's Mudslide, which is like a weaker ranged Earth move, but it gets rid of entry hazards. And then now there's also Rock Slide. Rock Slide is the weakest of the three, but it will hit air types, are super effective instead. So it ignores air type Lumian's immunity. Pretty good. So yeah, now we have like all of the slides. Landslide, Mudslide, and Rock Slide. Oh yeah, I gave that to Eliguana a long time ago. Like the old Eliguana that we used to run was like Haze, Pivots, Rejuvenates. Well, I guess Rock Slide. Oblast, I think, is the main Lumion that has it right now. I don't remember who else has Rock Slide. Maybe nothing else has it right now. Not many things are gonna get it, though, don't worry. Yeah, right now, Oblast is the only one. That is the only one. When was the last giveaway? I don't know. When was it? We'll do another one sometime soon, though. No, Grimuline is not getting anything to hit Spirit type super effective. Grimuline is gonna get Earthquake, Thistle Slash, Body Crash for defensive sets, and I'm gonna give it Luster Loot. Luster Loot, yeah, you can use it on Spirit type Lumions, but you're generally gonna run it just for Vesperatu. And to be honest, it's a very niche move, but I think it'd be kind of cool to have it. So that's the only reason why it's getting it. Respond to me. Browse your server, and you don't say anything, plus you open chat. Find my name. I'm looking at your name. I can see it here. What do you mean? Do you think you'll add entry hazard, but instead of it on your side, it heals the team when entering? Oh, on your side instead of the opponent's side? Probably not. I don't think an entry hazard that heals you is a good idea. That sounds really annoying. That's just like Power Napper, but everything gets affected by it. Not really a good idea, to be honest. Could Oblast be a range cleaner with Whale? Yeah, definitely. Oblast is really strong right now. Should give the other weather setters pivot. No, not every weather Lumin will have pivot. Not all of them, no. Like, Deladrix is actually losing Zip Zap. It's gonna get Dissipate instead, but Deladrix isn't gonna use that. So your rain setter is actually gonna become Bezeldew. Like if you're using like Leviatros and Solbra Skellig, you're probably gonna want Bezeldew on your team as a more reliable weather setter. You can still use Deladrix and Deladrix will be strong, but you're mostly gonna be using like Deladrix as like a revenge killer. Not like as a, hey, I can just do big damage and click Zip Zap on everything. I don't know if I would really recommend Dissipate Deladrix, but hey, you might see more people run like Baneful Bash or whatnot, or like whatever toxic type moves it has. Maybe. Hey. Nah, I don't think Dissipate Deladrix is gonna be good at all. Because you're so frail, you can barely take one hit. And you can only take one hit because of Clutch Plusher. They'll just swap to Thunderstrike. Oh yeah, I forgot about Thunderstrike. Did I say I was losing Thunderstrike as well? I don't remember. Or was it just Zip Zap? Do you see what I'm saying? Nope. I have not seen what you've been saying. Yeah, we just haven't got a Gamma for a while. We're on a dry streak right now. We'll see. You got any ideas for a team around Pharoglyph and Protagon? It depends like what version of Pharoglyph you're using. Are you using Idio, Temper? I would assume probably Temper. So you've got like some pretty hard hitters. Pharoglyph is a pretty good stall breaker. Protagon's a good like wall breaker and it's really fast. Actually, yeah, very good wall breaker because you give it specialty goggles. You are weak to what specifically? None of your Illuminans can really hit Lashent that good. So you might want to bring like a toxic type Lumion or something that can deal with Luminame and Lashent at the same time. So yeah, Terrafly would be good. Terrafly can get rid of both Lashent and Luminame. Len for the team. That will help you out a little bit with Vesperato as well, but you can't really switch in. So you need like some... like maybe a pivot user, maybe some entry hazard removal because we don't have any right now. Maybe some entry hazarders of yourself. Do I have an Alpha Dusket? Which one? Like the normal one? Yeah. The Santa one? No. You found a blue alpha Protagon? Nice. Could you give some advice for teammates to use a Soulburst Jawtooth? Soulburst Jawtooth isn't super great right now, to be honest. I feel like normal Jawtooth just serves a better purpose in most situations. But let me think. So you have Ancients, you've got Electric, you've got Earthquake, I think still. We can't really hit Lashent that hard if it's like super defensive, so maybe like if you're gonna be running Soulburst Joltooth, you probably want a Barb user, to be honest, or Icicle Trap user. It might be worth running something like Deladrix. I think Deladrix might be pretty good for that, because you get the Icicle Trap, you get the Baffle. The big issue with like Soulburst Joltooth is there's a lot of faster things on it, so Deladrix kind of helps with that Baffle right now. You're going to be pretty weak to Earth, so you might want a pretty strong Air type, like maybe Morphezu. That could be your specialty goggles, I guess. Oh, I guess, yeah, you could also run your own Lashent as well. Yeah, you could run Soulburst Joltooth with like Lashent, Icicle Traps, Dokomori with Icicle Traps. I think pairing it up with Morphezu is probably a good idea. Oh, we got a Gamma. Let's go. I don't really want this low, so I'm not going to capture it. We're weak to Light as well. Light is a pretty tough one. What do we have for Light? I mean, I guess Lashent actually helps with that, so never mind. Yeah, Lashent is really good with Joltooth, actually. That is pretty good, because Lashent resists Earth, it is immune to Light. Ancient, I guess? You're kind of weak to Ancients. A little bit. But yeah, I think that's probably your best teammate, to be honest. Okay, well, let's do another giveaway. This will probably be the last one for the stream now, okay? So, if you want to enter, just type boosts in the chats. What will happen with the ability for the person that uses talent trades? It got deleted, what the heck? What the heck? Ugh. It is almost 11 PM for me now. Damn. When talent trades gets nerfed, it's just going to get nerfed back to what it was originally, before I got buffed. If you use talent trades, when you switch out, you'll get your old ability back. That's all it is. I have really bad hiccups now. What will happen with the ability for the person that uses talent trade when they switch out? Yep, both of them will return back to normal. I mean, yeah, but it was kind of always pretty bad, Dylan. To be honest, it was kind of always bad. Is my sleep schedule good now? It was, but I've been like super tired. I think I slept for like 11 hours last night. Okay, I think that's enough time given for people to enter, so the winner is Silly Doctor. Okay, Silly Doctor, can I get like a hi? Just to make sure that you're still here, so I don't re-roll you by accident. And then I need your username. Okay, nice, you are here. Okay, I need that username. That doesn't look like my name. Well, you better get good. Is Moriel or Colossotrops a better Bane of Haste option to combine with Meditoad, Holy Bunch? I feel like if you're gonna run a Bane of Haste team, you're gonna want... oh, that's just your username? Nice. If you want a Bane of Haste team, you probably want Soul Bursts, Icicle, Holy Bunch, Meditoad. If you're bringing Cosmere and Billaforge, I think that's honestly enough. I don't think you need Colossotrops as well. I would say bring 2 fast Lumions instead. Like maybe bring something like middling speed, like maybe a Vesperatu and like maybe a Boots Ikazune, something like that. Because Bane of Haste isn't always gonna be up. So if you bring 7 super slow Lumions and Bane of Haste goes down, you might be at a disadvantage now if they have a super bad team for you to deal with. So I would say on like every Bane of Haste team, you probably want an Ikazune as well. Ikazune is solid. Okay, there you are, silly doctor. It went through, nice. GG. Could you trade me a spare normal Alpha Dusket? I don't have any to give anyone, and if I give one to you, people are going to be asking me all the time. I can't make exceptions for just specifically you, man. I mean, Ikazune is going to be good. Even after it loses Zip Zap, it's going to be pretty good still. And then it's going to get Nature's Force. It might lose Nature's Force, to be honest. I'm going to give it Nature's Force eventually just to see how it goes. Probably going to be 2 goods, and then I'm going to have to remove it. We'll see. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to leave the stream off here, okay? We'll be back again tomorrow, but I gotta go maybe record some videos, and I should probably look at the randoms list again. I gotta get randoms done. I might stream that. I'll wait until after part 2 Christmas event comes out, and I'll try and get the random stuff done. But yeah, I'll see you guys later.